What's up, guys? Welcome to Munchkin's Gaming, where we take your gaming to the next level. This is Munchkin's logging in to bring you another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video. And in this video, we're going to revisit the Beast of the Ice Cave Cosmos fight, in the Cosmos difficulty, sorry. And this time without Rinoa or Lenna in my team. Now, a quick disclaimer. When I did this fight, I actually didn't reach the turn count required, which is 90 turns. I ended up with 92 turns, but I feel like if I played this a little bit more, I might have gotten that 90 turn count in one go. I did get the score requirement, which is quite surprising, even though I have passed the turn count requirement. So I don't know what happened there, but I did get the score requirement with this team. So in all honesty, if you're one of those people who prefer to get the complete in every single fight, the complete mission, you know, that complete tag, quote unquote, so you can do the fight multiple times trying for different requirements. So in this case, if I missed out on the turn count, I might just redo the fight, be more aggressive, and you know, if I die, I might just use my gems to revive. That way I get all my summons back, all my abilities back, and that way I probably like roll through this fight and get that turn count requirement. Now obviously you're trading in your gems for some tickets, a maximum of 6 tickets for this fight, so it's up to you whether that's, you know, whether that's worth it or not. It's not up to me. Personally, I try not to use my gems to revive, and I try different ways unless there's really like no hope. So it's up to you guys with that. So I'm gonna show you guys, because I actually was torn whether to make this video or not, because it's not actually a complete, you know, like I didn't complete everything in one go, and I was really torn whether should I do it or should I not do it, because I've seen a lot of people who are struggling, who don't have Lenna or Rinoa that they can use. So some people are asking, can you beat this without Rinoa and Lenna? And the answer is yes, you can, although it is quite difficult. And this is sort of just to show you guys that it is quite possible, and if you played your cards right, better than me, I suppose, in this case, because I didn't get the turn count. If I managed to get some things, if I could just change some of the things that happened here, I believe I would have gotten that 90 turn count requirement. So without further ado, let's have a look, because honestly, the start of this fight is already bad, to be honest. I didn't really pay attention. I was like, yeah, I'll just do this, because I did this fight beforehand with the same team, and I got pretty close as well. Although I did die because I was not paying attention again. So in this case, that break on Freya was really bad. Ideally, you don't get broken there, and you finish this fight in like 4 turns. 4 turns max with using maybe 2 abilities. And yeah, so I had no choice but to use a brave attack there. I didn't really want to waste one of my dragon's breath there. So that hurts. However, again, this is just to show you a structure that to show you that you can sort of beat this fight even without EXs or you know, Lenna and Rinoa. So the second way is pretty easy. Freya can just pretty much kill them. Now it gets to the point where we don't have, well, at least this team doesn't have a way to block the magical allure of the Lamia Queen. And overall, Freya is the only one that can do splash damage. No other of my party members can actually deal with like AoE attacks. I suppose Whirling Edge you can consider as an AoE attack as well, But yeah, it's not that great. It's like split into three. So overall, the strategy I have here is pretty much just to concentrate on the Lamia Queen, and for Freya to use her splash damage, which is the Dragon's Breath. Now, ideally, ideally, the Lamia Queen should not be targeting your Freya, but I do believe that the Lamia Queen always attacks the one with the highest initial brave. I know I read it somewhere there, and so yeah, it's most likely that Freya will get attacked. I'm not 100% sure, because the passives I have for my Freya here actually has a plus initial brave 170s. Because during this fight I didn't actually have a good artifact passives yet, and I'm still working on them, to be honest. So I guess if things really worked out, actually let's have a look at the initial braves for everyone. So let's have a quick look here. If it's possible, nah, it's not possible. Even the 170, yeah, your Freya is probably gonna get attacked here. So I hope we didn't skip too far ahead. I didn't actually look. So again, yeah, the strategy is basically your Lilithset and Quistis just pretty much attacks the Lamia Queen, while your Freya attacks with her Dragon Breath. Now, I wasn't too scared with free energy because of the sap debuff from Lilithset. Very unlikely that you will get one hit KO when you have sap. The only way that your characters would die is if the Lamia Queen and Zidane targets the same person and they both do an HP attack. So that's probably the only time that you will get killed there. And in hindsight, that HP attack, I really should have done a whirling edge there. Because look, Freya has 0, Quistis only has 2,500. In hindsight, I should have just went with a whirling edge, but I was so concerned about saving all my abilities that, yeah, see, that's a wasted turn on Quistis again. That's 2 turns that is so wasted. And honestly, I don't know if I just got lucky with the turn order and stuff, but yeah. And that was a waste of Raise Wind. I think I should have just done an HP attack there, because overall Quistis has a ton of brave already at that point. So yeah, I could have just made do with an HP attack or a brave attack. There's just so many things, and this ended up, so that was the right call there with that one. And yeah, there's just so many things I would have changed here, and I'm pretty sure I would have gotten the score. And here now I'm forced to use the generator whip, because ideally, guys, the Lamia Queen doesn't revive any of her mannequins. If she does revive any of her mannequins, that's like extra turns that you're wasting on wave 3, which you shouldn't be doing. So with Quistis, that generator whip, it really hurt me. I really didn't want to do it, but I had to. You know what I mean? I had to. And that cost me the turn counts. So I suppose this video turned out into analyzing my mistakes, and making up those mistakes, you can actually get all the requirements in one go. So yeah, HP attack should be enough there. Very nice. So yeah, basically my strategy is not get broken. Do not get broken. And that still remains. So from my last video, it hasn't changed. It's been the same thing. It's do not get broken. As you can see here, Frey's running out of abilities here, so I ended up just dealing with a brave attack. Now I targeted A there because I wanted them to attack already. I didn't want to wait another turn and not for me not to do anything, you know what I mean? And yeah, so there's a, you know, there's a reason to my madness there. So I'm trying to inflict the turn rate down, the speed down, on every single one of the boss. This way I can exploit the delay tactic more. That's why you don't see me summon straight away and use my my support Quistis straight away as well. So overall, I was quite happy with my actual I guess turns and my strategy on the last boss. It was more so the earlier waves that sort of cost me the fight. So yeah, see, I was quite happy with that one, happy with this one, and I've inflicted everything, so I'm like, okay, it's now time, so switch it up. So I know some people would prefer to use homing whip 3 times because for each skill that for each degenerator whip that you do, pretty much Quistis will get her homing whip up. And in all honesty, guys, you probably want to use all the degenerator whip rather than the homing whip itself. The degenerator whip actually hits a lot more. So here I go, and make sure I do get the max brave up from the homing whip, and you know, you can either summon here, but I just used homing whip again, and I wanted to make it so I'm pretty close to the end, like, and make sure I had a lot of brave in myself and before I summon. And there we go, and you will see the generator whip hit for like 60k, 63k, there you go. So this is pretty much the tactic, and now you can use whirling edge, get a lot of brave back, and you can use the generator whip again. Just make sure you use up all those degenerator whip more than the homing whip, okay? Because you've already inflicted the speed down with whirling edge anyway, so you should be fine. Just make sure your support is using a lot of those degenerator whips. So there you go. Once again, in hindsight, I could have used another degenerator whip. I do believe so. So here, see, I could have used my degenerator whip, but I only had one left. If I had that extra degenerator whip at the start, I wouldn't have used homing whip there. I would have just used degenerator whip, and then this would have done another 63k damage, which, or 65k. I really regret this video. Making this but again, this is just a structure to show you guys. Yeah. I'm really disappointed in that one. I hope you guys can tell how disappointed I am in this fight. So in any case, this video will just be dragging on, but you've got the gist of it. Overall, just not get broken. Try to be safe as much as possible. I did run out of abilities towards the end, and I don't really know if my Quistis actually has more lashing whips or something, but overall, I killed one of them, and hey, I don't think I made too much mistakes in this one. In the last wave, I was really careful and ended up not making it, obviously. So I don't really want to drag this video for too much longer, So I'll just go ahead and show you guys towards the end of it. So here we are. I was like, please kill, please kill. This launch, I was like, please kill, please kill. I had 3 of them, man, 3 of them, and it wasn't enough. So it was pretty disappointing. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to click like, subscribe, and share this video if you find it helpful at all. As always, I'd like to hear from you guys. What do you think of this no Rinoa, no Lenna run? Did you try it for yourselves? And let me know how it turned out for you, because it didn't really turn out pretty well with me. Quite disappointing, but overall, at least I managed to show you guys that it is quite possible to do this. You may have to just do it again, give it another try if you didn't get all the rewards straight away. But yeah, as you guys can see, 273,000, and then you only need 260,000. So make sure to follow me on Twitter and on Facebook at Munchkins Gaming. This is Munchkins logging off, and I'll see you guys in the next level.